Hello, folks. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Andrew.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the show. Well, we've got Katie Doherty coming up to talk to us in a couple of seconds. But we just want to, first of all, show you our brand new project that we keep referring to and keep not showing you. We announced it in German last week. So here it is in English, but it's still the same music. Bloomer and Katie is going to be the name of it. And here's a little blast of a song to get us started.
Now the time has come to tell it like it is. Will you feel the same when we make the change? We'll have to find a way to make it to the night. Will we reach the end if we cannot find the start? Raise your voices up and sing out loud. Let them know that we are here. Beat the drum together, marching feet as we draw ever more near.
So there we go. We'd be interested to hear what you think of that, people, wouldn't we, Mark?
We would indeed.
So that's that, and we'll be coming back to more of that, more examples of the music later. But here we are. We'd like to introduce Katie Doherty to you, live from a remote farm in the North Pennines. Singer, songwriter, composer for theatre, and one of our very best friends. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Katie Doherty. Hey. Hi. So how are you doing? How are you, Stephen and Leo, up in your farm in these strange times?
We're good. It hasn't really had an effect on farming, thankfully. So, the lambs were still born and all the rest of it. The hay was still made.
And you must be used to isolation at this point. Self-isolation.
Yeah. I don't really like people. I don't like people anyway, so it's all good. I only like broom-besoms people.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad you said that. So what do you think of the Bloomer and Katie project that we've just played you a clip of?
Very exciting. Yeah, it sounds fab. It's quite different from what was different from this.
From Broom-besoms, yeah. It's a different. Yeah. We're keeping the two things separate because they're so different. Yeah, we thought that would be a good idea.
But it's still got the essence of like strong melodies, and well played.
Or singing it.
You singing it? Yeah, it's still you. I can still tell it's you.
Right, so.
Shit. Well, we need to get back to the drawing board then, don't we? Really?
Well, this is where we're talking to you. So,
what does the artwork look like? I want to see the artwork.
It's like a pink bra. This is a t-shirt. This will be the Bloomer and Katie.
Lovely
pink bra.
I'm all about the branding. I want to see what your branding looks like. So
well, we haven't got to that stage yet. We're still in the initial, just getting the music right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll be down to the branding, and our image will be down to a team of experts who will be employing at some point. Yeah.
Headed up by you, actually. We forgot to tell you that. So, people at home. Hi, people at home. This is Katie. If you've listened to Broom-besoms or been to a certain amount of concerts, you'll know Katie already because she's sang on three of our albums. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. There's three albums. You've done countless tours with us, mostly in Germany, but quite a few gigs in the UK as well. But Katie also has her band, The Navigators, and does stuff for theatre. So what are you doing mostly at the moment? Because we haven't seen you for ages.
Christmas.
What?
I'm doing Christmas. Yeah, this is...
Already? Not you as well. God, it's like Debenhams.
This time, I didn't really think it would happen this year, to be honest, because normally this time of year I'm really busy with Christmas shows for theatre, predominantly kids stuff. But obviously with the theatres still being closed over here, I wasn't sure things would go ahead, but they've been very, they've adapted stuff, been resilient, and we've got various bits of audio stuff going out, some nice exciting works happening. So that's nice. So I'm doing Christmas basically. That's what I've been doing.
But where's that going to be if people want to see it?
So I've just done a project for November Club, who are a Northumberland-based theatre company, and they've got some audio tales coming out shortly. So I'll share everything on my Facebook, and then the one that I'm just in the middle of at the moment is for the Gala Theatre in Durham, and that's a Christmas tale written by a fantastic writer called Laura Lindo. It's called The Christmas Tree, and it's a lovely, heartwarming piece for Christmas. Very uplifting, which is what
we can do with that. Yeah.
Yes.
So when you sorry, go ahead, Mark.
And you mentioned that they've been having to use a lot of initiative in getting it out. What would you mean by that? What sort of, how are you going to do it in the current circumstances?
Well, the pieces that I'm working on were originally stage pieces, but they've been adapted for audio, so they will be downloadable. And we've recorded all the actors and the music, and then there's just some nice things happening, some like peripheral activity for people to look at and see. It's mostly online, and if we can do anything face to face, then we will. But just getting things happening is the important thing at the moment. So.
All bases covered then, yeah. And what about you brought out fairly recently the Navigators album in your own right, Katie Doherty and the Navigators, which is brilliant, and we're on it, aren't we, Mark? We do a bit of singing.
Can't hear me very much. Still.
We'll have to...
I'm waiting for the remix where I get turned up a bit.
Yeah. Well, we're doing a reissue with extra Mark.
Yeah, cool. I'll wear my bra.
So is that, have you been doing much live? I mean, obviously before all the live concerts stopped, did you manage to do some stuff with that?
Phone's ringing.
Yeah, it's mine. The height of professionalism.
Yeah, well, I mean, like everyone's sick of hearing it. All of our gigs got cancelled. We had a 13-date summer tour cancelled, and then but we have actually got a gig this Friday.
Really? Where's that then?
Yeah, it's at the Globe in Newcastle, and there's a very, very small amount of limited live tickets available, but it's going to be live streamed as well. So
cool.
So the Shona and Dave, we're getting together on Thursday for the first time since I think February. So we're probably going to sound rubbish.
Well, we thought that we can tell you we didn't play since the beginning of March, and we met up.
Sounded rubbish.
No, we sounded amazing. We sounded better than we did before.
Yeah,
That's
I
what we
think
thought, anyway.
we'll be so enthusiastic. I can't wait to get into a room and play music with other people. So I think we'll just ride on that energy, and it'll all be fine. No one's going to notice any bum notes anyway, are they? They're just excited to.
Yeah, everyone. The feeling we got is people were so happy to be out in that situation. We had a couple of gigs last week, and the atmosphere is great. Strange, I have to say, but generally positive.
Yeah, you've just got to ride with the strange these days, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's
I'm just writing that down as an album title. Ride with strange.
We always steal our album titles from Katie, so we'll just carry on in that.
Ride with strange.
I'm not sure I would. I'm not taking credit for that because it's a bit rubbish.
That's where we take it.
Could be interpreted, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone at home, check out Katie and the Navigators album. Navigator is the name of it. It's excellent, even though we're on it. It's called And Then. Is it? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, one of the songs called.
Should have been called Navigator.
Well, yeah, you should have just asked us for advice.
Well, Navigator, the song, was actually inspired by you two.
Hey.
You were the inspiration behind that song, because for a lot of years I had stage fright that stopped me from singing, and you guys got me on the stage and gave me like the odd line.
Alcohol, proud you with booze.
Yeah, and and just let me do what I wanted, and it was great. It probably sounded awful, but it
No, it didn't.
It certainly didn't. It sounded certainly a lot better for having you with us. So, yeah, okay, you've just mentioned stage fright, and people will probably be scratching their heads going, why is someone so talented talking about stage fright? Can you answer that question?
Are you talking to me now?
No, not you.
I think talent's in the eye of the beholder, maybe, but I don't know really. I think it comes with performing original stuff. When you write your own material, I don't know whether you guys find this, but it does feel like you're sort of laying yourself bare and being vulnerable, and you have to be vulnerable to do what we do, but sometimes that can take its toll if you're doing it again and again and again. And I'm an overthinker, so I think, it all just took its toll for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when you were backstage, it was very obvious that you were really suffering from stage fright. But the thing that always surprised me, as soon as you got onto stage, no one would imagine you were just suddenly full of energy and very communicative and not stuttering. Nobody would have thought there was an ounce of fear in you as soon as you got on stage, even at the worst of your stage fright time. Do you realize that?
Yeah. I think I should have been an actor. I mean, I probably, I can do the duck thing. I know I can do the duck thing, or the goose thing, where you're paddling, desperately paddling beneath the surface, but the top looks perfectly poised. I can do that, and it's
eat bread out of children's hands. I was thinking that's a bit strange.
It's a coping mechanism. Just overcompensate, I think, and act. It's actually a good tip that somebody suggested to me a long time ago, was have like an alter ego. I think a lot of big stars do that, don't they? They have their alter ego on stage. What are yours?
Yeah, we're all different. We're all different, different people on stage to what we are normally, I think, It's a chance to escape as well, isn't it? So.
Yeah, sometimes you wear a dress, Mark, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. Live out my real fantasies. Yeah. I enjoyed that to a worrying level.
To be honest, you wore it very well.
I thought, how many people have mentioned how good I look in that dress, and I've not been joking. Yeah.
Anyway, let's change the subject. We have promised people.
No, let's not.
We'll do a special. Mark can do a special podcast about that one day. But we've promised music. So here's another blast of a song, and there's a question attached to it as well. So listen carefully, Katie.
Oh God.
Cloak of darkness comes, the night steals the day. Leaves fall to the ground, singing change. She takes me to shake me and push me into the light. She knows we're gonna make it. You can see it in her eyes. I give her love, sweet love, sweet love. I give her love, sweet love, sweet love. She knows we're gonna make it. You can see it in her eyes. We need love, sweet love, oh, sweet love.
Okay, I'll stop it there. I chose a bit in the middle. That's
Mom, please
switch it off. It starts with a lot of piano. I wanted to actually.
Sunlight breaches.
That's a new thing for us.
It's time to stand up.
So there's a bit of piano as well. So Mark, you wanted to mention something
because as we've all seen, Katie's a very modest person. She doesn't boast about her own abilities. Quite the opposite, and she's a great piano player. And I remember one gig somewhere up in the north. I know we drove a long time to get there, and there was a big grand piano on the stage, and in between doing some ballet stretches, Katie sat down on the piano and played the piano. And I've always wanted to play the piano, and I thought it was such a beautiful touch. So my thing in lockdown, I bought a piano and I wrote that song on the piano, and you didn't inspire it. It started out as me playing the piano, but if it's gone to Andrew into his studio, he's probably removed it and put something else on there.
I got Stevie Wonder to play the spinet.
Yeah, I think it is.
Piano. That's Mark's piano debut.
It is, yeah. That's me playing the piano, yeah.
That's brilliant. That's amazing. I always wish I played the guitar as well, though, because I think as a songwriter, you can get, you might find this with playing the guitar, you get into a habit of sort of going the same way all the time. So I have other instruments in my studio that I really can't play, but I pick them up every now and then just to try and get my brain out of, if I'm stuck, if I'm...
Absolutely,
so,
yeah.
I think
that's what the piano, that's exactly what the piano did for me. It gave me totally new ideas, and it's all in front of you, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So we wanted to ask you about that, actually, because you write for your solo with your band, but under your own name, your own songs that you sing yourself. We also write for other people and for theatre. So you've got like two things as well. So is that different for you to write for yourself as it is to write for theatre?
Yes. Yeah. If I'm writing for theatre, it's a different process because I'm writing to somebody else's brief. So I have parameters I have to stay within, which sometimes can be quite frustrating, and the more of them there are, the harder it is. I'm also quite often writing with, I do a lot of community songwriting, so I'm responding to big groups and their ideas and trying to weave everybody's sort of suggestions in. I find that really challenging, but
I bet,
fun, really good fun.
Sounds it, yeah.
Yeah, sounds
but
great.
It's a totally different thing, and I feel like when I get the opportunity, which isn't very often, to just sit down and write for me, it's so much easier for having had to write in a box sort of thing.
But do you think it brings in new ideas for when you do write for you? Do you think that's helped long term?
Oh, definitely, because I think like sometimes it can feel a bit indulgent just to sit down and write songs for yourself. So if you're writing for something else, the more you do it, I suppose the better you get at it, and the more kind of tools you have in your toolkit and stuff like that. So
I'm always very funny about that when people say writing songs for themselves, because even though it feels like it to you, everyone else takes that song and that's for them. As soon as you sing it, that's the way I feel about it. Everyone understands something different from a song, regardless of what it means to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the best. That's one of the best things, isn't it? When you can you finished it and you can go, right, it's not really mine anymore. It's over to you, sort of thing. That's a nice part of it.
Yeah. So what tips would you give us? Because now we've got we've always been writing for the Broom Besoms for the acoustic folk thing, and now we've got this contemporary project as well.
With a piano.
With a piano as well. so what tips could you give us to how to approach writing something different?
I mean, I don't know whether you guys need any tips. I feel like you've always, I feel like even with the Broom Besom stuff, you haven't really stuck to, what might be classed as straight traditional stuff or straight folk. There's always been elements of other stuff coming into it, because I guess you both come from different backgrounds and you both listen very eclectically. So I think there's always been other influences coming in. I think just sort of throw away the rule book and go for it.
I thought you were going to say the pipes then.
Katie would never say that.
I have.
I've seen Katie sort of really mangle people for criticising the Northumbrian pipes. So very careful.
Well, she's not in a band with anyone who plays them, is she?
I would question putting Northumbrian pipes on your new stuff. Have you put any pipes on?
Well, Sting did, didn't they? Sting didn't do it on one song?
More than one song.
Yeah.
More than one, Mark. More than one.
Yeah,
Well, go and play in his band then.
I'll give him a ring.
As soon as you put Northumbrian pipes on something, you've made a definite decision about the sound, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, well, it puts my guitar out of tune for a start.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, that is definitely what I think. Yeah.
Well, even when I'm not. Anyway.
Yeah, I can prove it. Yeah, well, it's the only time I'm ever motivated to tune my guitar properly is when I'm playing with the pipes.
So anyway,
only joking, folks. I take great care.
Time's up. Time's up. So yeah, it is. I'm afraid it was. We got very much into this and overrun. So thanks, Katie, for making
more
this
new
so
music
fun.
to play.
Shall we play out with some new music?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll play.
When's this all happening? When can we buy it?
Well, when the world returns to normal, and it'll only happen if the music industry doesn't completely collapse, and the entertainment industry. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot hanging in the balance. We're all waiting with bated breath, aren't we? Things have got to return to normal first. We're all just kind of in the wings, waiting. Like yourself.
That's a nice title for an album. In the wings.
In the wings.
Mark, I think you should stand up. Sorry, just to change the subject, but stand up and show people what your T-shirt actually is.
All right, yeah, because Katie said it looks like a pink bra, and I'd just like to point out that it's a man's T-shirt with a big skull on it. Look. Are you saying you don't
wear skull T-shirts?
I'm not saying that at all, especially not in this climate. Not online. We'll start a riot. So there you go. It's a Monsculate.
Very nice.
All right, here's a blast of something that was randomly in the folder. A song called "Jump Up" to play us out. Thanks to Katie Doherty. Everybody at home, check out Katie's music. Check out the theatre shows. She's on Facebook and all the other social media, and has a website. And thanks for joining us, Katie. It's been a really interesting chat and great fun to catch up. Here's a blast of something, and just make approving or disapproving facial expressions as we play out.
Jump up, push back, for the ties to a railway track. Jump up, aim high, no time, dream of this do or die. Jump up, push back.
Bye, everybody.
Jump up, aim high, no time, dream of this do or die.
The Singing School T-shirt.